And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host, Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for tonight's episode of DC Stargirl Season 3, Episode 9. Big spoilers ahead, and also a little breaking news before I begin, because honestly, if you have not heard, just found out myself that this season of Stargirl, while it's still on its, it just started, basically, this will be its final season. So, yeah, there's that. So, I'll talk about the whole show overall as a whole once the show is officially over. But I am a little bummed out the fact that it is over after the season. I think the show is really fun. And it's a fun little summer show to set up the fall. But, good things must come to an end, I guess, to set up the new DCU universe, I guess, or whatever they're going to do next. But, we'll see what happens. Maybe they got plans for them in the movie universe, but we'll see. So, let's talk about this episode, because there was some stuff in here that were pretty good. So, spoilers ahead. If you have not seen this episode, you've been warned. So, we all know that Courtney decides, she wants to tell her boyfriend. She wants to tell him everything, basically saying, I'm Stargirl, this is Our Man, this is Wildcat, we're the JSA, we're here to save the world. We wanted to let you know, and hopefully you can join us because you have ice powers. Well, you think it could be that easy, but unfortunately it's not. We have some moments in here where we see Courtney, first off, apologizing to everybody, especially Yolanda, who's her best friend. By the way, she did get kind of kicked out of her house / ran away from home because her parents don't trust her, especially her mother. Always question, where did she go? Where... what does she do? Why she's not coming home and just going home and church and school, and that's supposed to be it, but she's always sneaking off. But we all know where she's been doing. She can't tell her parents because they'll probably freak out. I'm pretty sure they will eventually find out, but only time will tell. Well, that's happening. Courtney's just trying to figure out, okay, should I tell my boyfriend? I want to tell him everything, and I need to make my friends know and apologize to them as well. And she did. She apologized to everybody, Beth and Our Man. And, they all kind of talked about, hey, listen, what about telling, Cameron, that I'm Stargirl, we're a team, and maybe he'll join us. Our Man doesn't think that should be a good idea because of what his nature is. He has his ice powers. He may have a temper. He may go crazy after finding out, oh yeah, by the way, we have powers. We all superheroes. You have ice powers, and we killed your dad. Not a very good conversation to have somebody join your team, So anything can happen there. But do you think it would have went well, or they would have maybe teased it that they were gonna tell him and then maybe set it up for next week? No, they straight up told him. Unfortunately, things kind of got out of hand when, Courtney decided to tell him. And then Our Man shows up, and with, his newfound powers, because, he, changed the hourglass until being permanent, it kind of is messing with his head, and you can clearly see that it's messing with his head. He goes into a rage, and a big fight breaks out. His grandparents show up, and then they get into the fight as well. Excuse me. Then Yolanda shows up. Beth gets to shine tonight, which was so cool. Apparently, Beth's parents were talking to Dr. Midnight about the goggles and what exactly they are capable of. And apparently, there's some self-defense mode to it. So Beth's got some martial arts stuff with it now. So there's that. It's kind of like an instant kill, like in Spider-Man. Kind of like that, but a little bit more grounded. But I thought that was cool. Sportsmaster's kid shows up and ends up trying to help out because the grandparents are throwing down. Like, literally throwing down. They're like in there maybe, 70s, 80s? They're throwing down with ice powers while Cameron's fighting Our Man. He's throwing down, which, by the way, kind of makes no sense because, when he told Courtney that, he's got these powers. He had no idea how to control it. And over here, he's fighting a tournament of power or something. It's like bizarre. Like, he was going toe to toe with him. Like this was a fight that we all wanted to see, like a boxing match kind of fight. But it was crazy. But I'm like, okay, Sure, great fight scene. Don't get me wrong, very cool fight scene. Very good choreography on the whole thing, but a little odd because the fact that he barely knew how to use his powers that one day, and then one episode later, a couple of episodes later, he knows how to use his powers. Okay, I guess that's the nature of the CW and how they like, oh yeah, you're a superhero now. You can fight, and then next minute they got Bruce Lee powers. So go figure. But okay episode. We also got to see Courtney's brother and his friend with the pink pen. They go try to track down Cindy. Why? They're trying to get her to help out the team or try to help her with her mutation problem. And they ended up meeting the creature that came out of nowhere. A big giant white gorilla come out of nowhere. No idea who that is. It could be Gorilla Grodd. It could be there's another gorilla in the DCEU, the DC universe. I just don't remember him. He could be the guy from The Brain, the one who hangs around with The Brain, but he's more of a black fur gorilla, so I'm not really too sure about that. But he was all decked out in white. He had armor on. It kind of reminded me of the gorilla that the Flash helped Gorilla Grodd take down. So, could be that guy. Not really sure, but it was very interesting to see. He shows up at the end, so what does that mean? No idea. If you know who it is, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about that. But, yeah, it was an okay episode. Fight choreography was pretty cool to see. It was fun to see all the team fight the grandparents of Iceman, Icicle. That was fun. Or his parents, sorry. And, yeah, seeing them throw down, that was pretty fun. Poor Courtney. She has no staff because, Starman's off somewhere looking for, I guess, Cindy as well. So she has no staff, so she's just basically just being regular Courtney. So there's that. And yeah, the team has completely lost sight of what's going on now. So we have to wait and see what happens with them moving forward. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Stay tuned for more, and thank you very much, and have a good night.